Hello friends and welcome. Today I want to show you guys how, well, that's not the only way, but one way you can react to an enemy smoke and how you should play right after that. This was from a game that I streamed the other day and I thought it was a very teachable moment, something that I see in a lot of games. And funny enough, this was a game with a mix of Divines and Immortals, and the Divines all made one choice that I thought was wrong and the Immortals went with another choice. So, I mean, this may not even be the best choice in the end. Like, I'm sure Immortals above me will be like, well, actually. But I wanted to walk you guys through my thought process and explain how I made this snap decision. Because there's really not a lot of time. I'm going to show you a clip from the game, and I really recommend you guys try to make these same decisions that you think I'm going to make. I recommend you look at the minimap. Almost all the information you need is there. We are a bit behind this game, but it is very close. It's still very winnable. So with that, let me show you the clip. Ben, back up, please. Just don't show. Stay in the base until we see them again. Okay, they're scattered. Now we go. Go. Where do you think we should go right now? Keep in mind that Queen of Pain just showed in the top lane somewhere around here. So where should we go with this smoke? Get Ursa. Why the... Guys. When someone's top, someone's here, and someone's here. Where should you go? You should go to one of the edges because it takes a long time for Quap to go here or Ursa to go here instead of everyone just converge on the Shadow Shaman. So now I want to go a little bit more in depth in what we just saw on that clip. So I backed us up. Here's when they smoke. They go in. Now, I don't even know they smoked here, but suddenly the enemy team all disappeared from the minimap. And it's weird because I have a ward here and I have a ward here. So let's pretend they didn't smoke. There should be a good chance that someone walked in here. And if they didn't, then I can assume either they smoked and they're going this way, which would be totally fine for me because my team's all up here, or they are smoked or not smoked and they're all running this way. And that would be bad for us because they're ahead of us and there's only 4 of us here. So we don't want to take a 5-on-4 here. In fact, we want to take a 5-on-5, probably in the base if we have to. But really, we'd love to get some kind of pick off instead of a 5-on-5 fight. Now, if they are smoked or not and they're going this way, like, I don't really care, right? We won't die. So the reaction is, first, we need to avoid this smoke. They're looking, or potential smoke. We need to assume they're smoking and running to us. So we all have to get out. That's why I tell my team to back up and get into the base. I ask the Sven to get out because I don't want anyone to die. We don't have buybacks. So if anyone dies, then they can run up high ground. And I said, you know, if we have to, we'll take a 5-on-5 here where this is like our best shot because we're in our base. I don't want to take a 5-on-4, which means no one is allowed to die, not even a support. So everyone has to get back. Now, we're all back. Now, let's actually cheat. Let's look at all vision. Look at that. The enemy team was grouped up, and they were looking for people. And what constantly happens is a team will say, smoke in the mid lane, and they'll say, hey, go get this guy here. They try to go. Uh-oh, we don't find the guy. And you know what everyone does? They do what they're doing right here. They scatter. They leave. Because they're like, oh, we didn't find the guy. And people have very poor discipline, and they don't stick together. And now look, they're scattered. I said I didn't want to take a 5-on-5. I wanted to find a smaller fight. Here we go. This is why I tell my team, wait till they show again. If they're scattered, we can go. If they're all grouped up, well, we don't want to take that 5-on-5. We want to split up and wait for them to, we need to split up, but safely with our vision of them. We don't want to like split up and now be the ones who can get ganked. So I wait for them to scatter, and then I say we should go. And the reason I want to go on this Ursa, which I already covered in the clip a little bit, is because of distance. So we know Quap is up here somewhere, and we don't know where Death Prophet is. But assuming they smoked as a team, and there's no reason, like, why would they smoke 4-man? So Death Prophet, who's not showing right now, but we have decent vision, she's probably somewhere in this area. And that means everyone is fairly close to the Shadow Shaman to collapse on that, this guy. And the Ursa would be, in my opinion, the ideal target, even though he's kind of hard to kill, because he's pretty far away from everyone else. You could go for the Queen of Pain, but she's pretty mobile, and we might not get her. But more than that, we have to walk past a lot of the other heroes, such as the Shadow Shaman and potentially a Death Prophet here. Whereas Ursa is the most direct path right here. And 2 more reasons. So not just the physical distance between the different heroes. There's 2 more reasons I pick Ursa as the target. If you want to take a guess, feel free. But here we go. 1, priority of the target. Shadow Shaman, not that important. Do I want to take a 5-on-5 or a 5-man smoke and get a support? Probably not. Sometimes you need to. Sometimes when you're really far behind, then it is important to do so. But if you watch from that clip, we killed the Shadow Shaman and we still lost the fight. Shadow Shaman's not the issue. So he's not that terribly important to get. Ursa's a lot more important to kill. Next is vision. So look at our wards. Shadow Shaman is killing this ward right now, which means, I'll just play it, I lose sight here. Now, I did have another ward here, but this is not great vision, especially knowing that he has a ward up here. So his vision of this part of the map is a lot better. Let's look at this. So we're going to go kill this Shadow Shaman, right? Who could just buy back, in theory. He actually, in this case, he didn't have buyback, but you don't always know that, and it's very likely that Shadow Shaman as a position 5 is very willing to just casually buy back and rejoin a fight. Ursa, not so likely to do that. But if we're going to go converge on this point, look at the vision they have right here. It's an excellent ward, this Cliff ward. If we want to make a play, it is tough for me to set up vision. I have to look around, I have to put sentries, I have to put my own wards, things like that, and that takes time. And when a fight is going to break out at this point of the game with blinks and mobility and BKBs, there's not really time to take a couple seconds to do all this warding. You want to take a fight where your vision is already established, and the Radiant has vision here with its Cliff ward. So it turns out they actually also have a ward down here. But I didn't know that, and I was 100% confident they had a ward here. So this is still the better area to take because we had vision. Let's go to our dire vision. Like, look at our vision. Our vision's really good down here. We have this Cliff ward and this Cliff ward and just this, like, ground ward here. So fighting in this area is a lot better. Plus, when we come here, so let's think about the terrain now. When we come up here, we will establish vision here with our heroes. And then I have the ward establishing the rest of the vision. So now we have pretty decent vision here, and I could drop a ward here if I need to. And hopefully, like, if I have time, I de-ward as well. Now think about how the enemy team will approach the fight. Not just talking about the distance. Let's just talk about, like, okay, they're going to get here, and then what's going to happen? When they get here, they all have to funnel in through this way. And this works really well, because Drow and Snapfire want to be in the back, and you want people tanky in the front, stuff like that. And so Drow is here, the team is here, the Ursa we're killing is here. And as they all funnel in reinforcements, they come from this way. That allows us to keep the Drow safe in the back line. If someone tries to wrap in through the back or Quap tries to blink, the team is a little more scattered, the enemy team, because the rest should be approaching from this angle, and then we try to deal with the Quap or the Ursa going on the Drow, and there's still people tanking in between us. Look what happens in this fight. Because our front line is way out here, the back line is up here. Now the Ursa, free to just come in from the side. And there was no way we could approach this fight that reduces this. Like, if we try to approach from this way, Ursa still comes from the back this way. If we try to come from up here, then Queen of Pain comes in from the backside. And Ursa could still come from the back. While we chase, like, a Shadow Shaman or a Spearbreaker in the front. The terrain here, the vision, the distance of all the heroes, it very much did not favor a fight for us in this location, but over here, it was a lot better. And Dota's hard because you have to smoke, and I gave you a second to pause there, but in the game, I didn't have that. And you saw the second I smoked and I saw Ursa, I pinged it. So this is one of the things, thinking about it preemptively, hopefully from like videos like this, I hope it helps. You have to have a quick gut feeling for this kind of thing and immediately go, we need to go on Ursa, not the other guy. And you don't have to be explain everything like I just did, as long as you can have the right gut feeling. But later when you have time, you should think about it. And having that knowledge, I think, makes it easier to make the gut feeling. Now, I would love for some other high immortal to come tell me like, well, actually, you should have gone this way. But no one's making that educational video. So if I'm wrong, please inform me. You guys leave a comment, all that. But this is, from my perspective, why this smoke play was game losing. I think backing out, I think that was great. Waiting in base, great. Going on that Shadow Shaman, game losing. Literally game losing. We lost the game right after that. You saw the clip. So I think Ursa, maybe we don't win, but it would have been a lot better. Look, we killed that Shadow Shaman, and then can't protect the backline, so we just end up dying. It was very important to take out a key target in a great location over here, but that didn't happen. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope this was helpful. Let me know. Bye.